Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Ottoman Empire Kaiserreich, and we're picking where we left off. So, okay, let's delete this, don't need that. Let's see, logistics. We have a lot of guns. Okay, let's start a unit division, and actually let's edit this. So how much weight? Combat weight 18. Let's go for 20. Remove this. That's 20 combat width. Okay. Or we can put. We don't have any. We can put maybe. Oh, we need a lot of. Nothing. We'll wait for it, then put an artillery there. Or one or two. Okay. Syrian levies attack revenge on Al Qurna. In retaliation for the murder of Assyrians and the destruction of their property, the Assyrian local government has sent out the Assyrian levies to exact revenge on the Madan, burning down multiple villages and driving the marsh Arabs further into the swamps, the marshes of southern Mesopotamia. Their actions show a clear intent to forcefully dislocate the native population in order to acquire more fertile land. The Wali in Basra has requested confirmation from the government to disband the Assyrian levies, as he fears that further action could lead to a massacre rivaling the Lebanese civil war, which took place only a few decades ago. However, he also sees in the challenge an opportunity to weaken the autonomy of the Syrians and hasten their full integration into the new Ottoman society. Disband the levies or leave them be? Let's disband. Okay. Let's speed it up a little. Okay. Shimon 11th. Eshai pleads for the preservation of the Assyrian levies. The Patriarch of Babylon and de facto leader of the Assyrian community, Shimon 11th. Eshai, oh, he's actually not 11th, 21st, has pleaded for permission to maintain the Assyrian levies. Without them, he says, his people are fully left to the mercy of Muslim gendarmerie forces and have no way to prevent the marsh Arabs from murdering more Assyrians. Nonsense. The Ottoman gendarmerie protects all regardless of religion. Okay, Syria declares independence. Okay, I think we can. Syrian government refuses demands. No, we're not going to play Assyria. We're study. Okay, continuing to maintain that the levies are the only thing between life and death of the Assyrian people. Rab Kaila David Mar Shimon has ascended the order from the Wali in Basra and has mobilized his troops backed by the Church of the East. Shimon has declared Basra an autonomous region within the empire and has demanded immediate withdrawal of the Wali forces from the region, self-government for the Assyrian people, the right to collect taxes independently, and further protection of the Assyrian church from Shiite discontent. The Wali of Basra has, in response, mobilized the city's gendarmerie to disband the levies, by force if necessary. However, he finds himself substantially outgunned and outnumbered within the city. Constantine, the Grand Vizier, is furious at this betrayal and has demanded all Mesopotamian troops mobilized to put down Assyrian insurrection before foreign intervention in their favor can occur. Send in the army. Okay, so let's let this can maybe change this. Let's put it here and release. Okay, I think this is enough armies. Let's put them on a new front line. Okay, then just push into Basra. Okay. Turkish Industrial Development Bank. This is a lot of economic. Okay. Oh, we don't have a. That's why. Infantry leader. I think. Energy officer. Let's put him on here. Crash in the Arab Gulf. Tensions between Constantine and Tehran have reached a new high this week, as Persian customs detained the Dubai flag Jalbut on its travels to the island of Greater Thun, sparking immediate outrage from the entire population of the crucial coast. In a rare display of unity for the region, a squadron of the Ottoman fleet was dispatched to the region and anchored just before the coast of the Persian city of Linga, sending an ultimatum to the Persian government to immediately release the passengers, who were traveling under the protection of the Sultan Caliph. Escalation ultimately brought forth a salvo from the Ottoman fleet, after which the white flag was hoisted on the shore. Whilst the safe passage of Ottoman subjects in the Persian Gulf has thus been reassured by force, many are seeing in this yet another sign of a nearing confrontation between the two former enemies. With unrest rising in Palestine and friction on the Kurdish frontier, it may even seem that this confrontation is coming sooner rather than later. The Persians are playing a dangerous game. Abu Dhabi unrest will decrease. Let's see, intelligence agency really low. Okay, so can we build an internet network in our no? Diplomatic pressure, control trade, without resistances, counterintelligence. Okay, counterintelligence here. That's the only thing I think I can do. Okay. The Dominion of Canada intervenes on behalf of the Syrians. Dominion of Canada, why? In a shocking turn of events, the Canadian government has dared to directly intervene in our domestic affairs, of course. They are demanding an immediate cessation of the hostilities in Basra Vilayet, and for Assyrian autonomy to be implemented at once. They wish for the Assyrians to be ruled by their own parliament, train and operate their own security forces, and manage policy within Basra whilst remaining for all other affairs a province of the Ottoman Empire. However, not crushing these insurgents would inflict immense damage on the prestige of the port. It will likely also give rise to increased separatism elsewhere in the empire, most notably amongst the Greeks and the Arabs. Ottoman Empire annexes Assyria? Give the Dominion of Canada the rights to all resources. No, they will not stand down. Okay, so now let's put more units. Okay. How many guns do we have? 4,000. Okay. Let's train another and put them here. They will be used for... We have to combine some of these. Let's... Okay. Let's put all of these... all armies to this first commander, and all these, what are they? Cavalry to this guy. Okay. these are those. Okay, and then let's you the Tripoli. We can make a new theater with that. Let these guys, let them do area defense and guard naval bases. Guard it. This. Okay. Like that. So they can't invade, but I'll need 66 divisions for that. Damn. Oh, only oops, 15. Okay, that's okay. They'll do that. Okay, and then move these to him. These will remain on the Persian front line. These will remain there for the eventual civil war, and then I'll put these on a new theater so I can organize myself a little. Okay, let's wait on them to we have to in 119 days. Okay, let's then, if we have 119 days, let's move 2 of these also. Okay, the Iraqi question. The vilayets of Iraq, Mosul, Baghdad and Basra have long proven difficult to govern effectively as due to the limited authority of the walis, relying far too much on the direct orders from the capital and the abysmal revenues. To solve part of these issues and establish a stronger rule over the border provinces throughout the 19th century, multiple requests for the merger of the vilayets into a larger Iraqi unit were refused time upon time to avoid creating a power block that could threaten the central government. In 1926, however, with the collapse of the British Empire and the re-annexation of Basra and Kuwait, the vilayets of Basra and Baghdad would be united and placed under the discretion of a single wali. Under Yashin al-Hashimi in 1928, the Mosul wali will furthermore be placed under the command of this Baghdadi colleague, with the Salamania region inhabited by Sunni Kurds separated. With most of Iraq as such brought under the central command structure, many question that what is supposed to happen for it now that the vilayet law has been revised. Some argue that it should remain a singular bloc to provide a stable frontier against the Persians, while others believe that due to its relatively large and diverse population, it should be split up into Sunni and Shiite part, both with their own provincial assemblies. The question of the Assyrian people in Basra also remains a sore point, as separating them into a separate entity would please the Assyrians but lead to issues with a larger Shiite population. Romania, Mosul, Baghdad, Basra. Wait, let me see. That's Basra, Baghdad, Mosul. Where is... I can't find it. When Mosul, Baghdad, one united Iraq. So we can... How about one united Iraq? Do I want to do that? Find everything. This will increase the unrest. I can I'll do this. I hope it doesn't release them. Oh, okay. So maybe they can just walk there, right? Just like walk to. They should attack. Pin them, and it should be pretty easy, right? Yeah. The Empire celebrates Epiphany, a Christian holiday also known as the Three Kings Day in Western Christianity. Epiphany is one of the most sacred holidays of the Orthodox faith, which constitutes the majority of our Christian population. In Constantine and Smyrna, the holiday is celebrated mostly openly by the symbolic Great Blessing of Waters, wherein the Patriarch of the Greek Orthodox Church throws a wooden cross into the waters of the Golden Horn. A group of pious swimmers will subsequently endure its icy waters to retrieve the cross and deliver it to the Patriarch. Not just the Christians celebrate this day, however, as the blessing of Muslim fishing ships occurs on the same day and is performed all over the empire. We honor the Son of God. You see, that's, yeah, pretty easy. Okay. So you'll just select all, submit demands, and confirm my exit. There we go. Assyrian revolt crushed. Unsurprisingly, oh, it's running still. Okay. Unsurprisingly, the Assyrian revolt has been crushed by our vastly superior army. Patriarch Shimon 21st HOI has ordered his government to lay down their weapons. Our sources said he was spotted embarking on an unmarked Indian vessel bound for Lahore just before the fall of Basra. With this action, no organized resistance remains in southern Iraq, and Ottoman might is once again victorious. Praise Allah. 5% stability. Basra state is no longer a core of Assyria. Remove Madam resistance which granted. Ooh, local manpower minus 15%, max factory stay minus 45. So we lose this. Nice. We gain, actually. Trouble in Basra. Trouble has started to brew in Basra as the Assyrian minority feels that it is underrepresented in the Baghdadi Provincial Assembly, and once more demands the creation of an Assyrian autonomous region around the city of Basra. These demands have been met with less than positive reception by the Arab and Turkish population of the region, who fear that the separation of the two vilayates will lead to them becoming a minority within their own homeland, looking warily at the influence exerted by the Maronites on the Druze people of Mount Lebanon. Separate the Assyrian autonomous region. Political minus 50%, Basra unrest will decrease, Mosul unrest will increase, Baghdad unrest will increase. Deny the request, Basra unrest will increase. It's a lot. We'll lose. Deny the request. Now we'll probably get the question of Syria, right? No? Okay. Maybe later. I don't know. What is this? Abolish the Syrian Ottoman Sun. Establish Syrian revolt. Okay. Let's see what we have. We have revert the social reforms, change of status. Thing. They are really supportive, okay. Arab nationalists. Lavas also supportive, opposition really bad. So why don't we fund the cavalry program? National populism, damn. Fund the Anatolian agricultural relief program. Sure. Independence. Dependent areas, nothing. Hungary has capitulated. Okay, Nile and Hassa on the rise. Okay. Can we give them something? No. Okay. How many civilian? 24 civilian factories. Okay, let's German Empire up the import and aluminum up the import. Okay, great. Let's do. Okay, let's read this because formation of the Assyrian Muslim Brotherhood. Inspired by events in Egypt under the leadership of the charismatic Imam Hassan al-Banna and by the continued secularization and westernization of the empire, a small group of conservatives in Damascus have set up an Syrian branch of the Muslim Brotherhood, pledged to restore a real Arab caliphate to the Middle East and rid the region of Western decadence. Sheikh Mustafa al-Sibali has found a listening ear in the struggling population of Homs. Subsidies of the Egyptian court for his organization are sure to have had an impact on its membership, but thus far our intelligence has pointed out that it has remained a fringe movement within the greater Syrian political climate. Homs unrest will increase, change in popularity of social conservatism 3%. Hymns, where is that? Or Homs, wait. Homs, yeah. Here, okay. This region. Not bad, low. Let's see if... No, there's no rest, okay. I mean unrest. No, unrest. The power of pan-Islamism. Harking back to the origins of Islam itself, the idea of pan-Islamism was brought back to the forefront by the Ottoman sultans in the late 18th century to exert influence over the Muslim subjects of the Tsar, and to provide a metaphorical clue to the citizens of the port. As the Kaiser saw in the port the ultimate ally to weaponize Islam and point it at its rivals, the Germans focused their efforts in the Ottoman Empire on developing and spreading this ideology in the hopes of bringing it to completion when a war with French broke out once more. Unleashing hordes of angry Muslims, German estimates were talking of hundreds of millions of rebels rising in unison. A circle of Orientalist figures close to the Kaiser saw one key figure in this entire plan, the Sultan Caliph of the Ottoman Empire. Through German influence in Turkish statecraft and the education of its new elite, central primarily under armed forces, the Caliph adopted it as his own and used it himself to rein in disloyal elements. After the fall of Abdul Hamid II in the 1908 revolution and with the ascendance of a new regime that wished to pursue a more secular path, the Germans did not give up, and as the reality of the situation started to sink in, the CUP ultimately started to openly pursue an Islamic ideology. War arrived on the shores of the Dardanelles in 1915, and the call for jihad has launched shortly after, with little success. The grand romantic scheme of the Kaiser, in which through his puppet Caliph, he would be able to unleash an unstoppable tide on his enemies, bore little fruits. The idea wasn't forgotten, however, rather doubled down upon as through the network set up by von Oppenheim and his associates. Various schools, forums, and teachers were sent out to all corners of the world to awaken a spirit of resistance and solidarity for the Caliph. The largest success story of pan-Islamism can be found amongst the Muslim subjects of the Mashriq, as it ensured a degree of loyalty to the Sultan throughout the Weltkrieg that would likely have been greatly reduced without the efforts of various Islamist groups. This has brought with it, however, a large price, as promoting Muslim solidarity makes it hard to secularize the state and limit the influence of the faith on the matters of state. Furthermore, the Islamist rhetoric has spread to Egypt after the end of the war, where in the young nation it found fertile ground to further develop its ideas, and if necessary use them against both Sultan and Kaiser. Disturbing trend in popularity of social conservatism, 5%. We still have 51%, our 52%. So what's social social syndicalist, radical socialist, social democrat, market liberal, social conservative. And national populist, nothing. Okay. I think this is a good time to end this episode. And thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.